And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Walski Group, Maya. Well, before we get started, I'd just like to say welcome to the new subscribers that have recently subscribed to this channel. Thank you for subscribing, and looking forward to putting out a lot of summertime content here coming up. And if you're new watching this for the first time, and you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And if you could, give this video a like because it really helps to get the video out there and helps to promote the channel. So, what have we been up to? Well, as you may have known, the other night we put the plow on, expecting to get about 3 to 6 inches of snow. And wouldn't you know it, doesn't snow. So, we took the plow off, and long range, it looks like no more snow. Been kind of that way all winter. Been, snows. If it snows really good. Or if they say, okay, light snow, that's when we get the big snowstorms. They say snowstorm, we get nothing. But sure, I'm not the only one out there. If you're a landscaper yourself and you're watching this, let me know down in the comments below. How's your winter been? Have you, had enough snow to plow? Or have you been like me, hit and miss throughout the winter? But tonight, I decided I'd give everybody an update on the seedlings from where we were. And then I'm also going to give an update as to what we have coming up in the future videos here. So let's begin. As you know, 2 weeks ago, a couple days ago, whatever it's been, I showed everybody how we cut this bucket to a quarter of the way. And we ended up putting the big boy plants in here, the tomato plants. And as you can see, they are really starting to take off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this to the top of the bucket here, top of the bucket edging. I'll fill this with dirt to brace them up a little bit more. And starting tomorrow, these are going to end up starting to go outside. In addition to these going outside to get acclimated to the weather, we're also going to take our aromas and we're going to plant those too the same way. I cut another bucket already. And we're going to plant those same way in the bucket just to get them to grow. But I'm not going to really shoot a video on that. But I just thought I'd show everybody how the Romas are looking. And as you can see, the Romas are really, really healthy. They're nice and tall. They're strong. And we got a couple different cell ones like this. Here's another one you can see. They're starting to bend just a little bit, but that's because they're just in this little peat pot. And they're getting too big, to stand on their own. So they're going to have to be planted deeper so they can, develop the stem strength and grow. So that's what we're going to do with those. In addition to that, the hot pepper plants, they've kind of stalled out a little bit, and I really don't know why. I mean, they're watered, they get in the light and all that, but that's about as big as they've gotten lately. I mean, they've completely stalled out, haven't even developed their second leaves yet. And kind of the same way for the pepper plants. They're the same. I mean, they're probably about the same family, but same thing with them. They kind of just stalled out a little bit. Didn't really do anything. So what I'm thinking is that I have 2 other buckets. And like I say, the one bucket is going to go the Roma tomatoes here. I'm going to get the strongest ones in that bucket so they can start going outside. The other bucket, we have our broccoli and Brussels sprouts. And let me see if I can find one here that is just kind of big enough to show you. Like here, for example, they're a little scrawny, but they are starting to get their second leaves in. And I have a feeling that they're going to stall out like the pepper plants and jalapenos. So those are going to go into the other quarter bucket also and then start being put outside. The peppers and the hot peppers, what I'm going to do is once I get this this tray cleaned out, and let me show everybody real quick here what this looks like. You can kind of see everybody's just growing in here, real nice, real happy go lucky here. But once I get it cleaned out and I get the taller Brussels sprouts and the taller broccoli and all that into the containers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some water in the tray, and I still have the lid for this thing. So I'm going to put the lid on it. And when I take the broccoli, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, all that outside, the tray is also going to go outside. And I'm just kind of hoping that maybe with the heat of the sun shining down on that planter and being enclosed, maybe it'll cause some humidity and get them to start growing a little bit more. And I mean, if they kind of stay like they are, I think no matter what, I think they're just going to get planted in the garden like that. I'm just going to plant one row of the hot pepper plants and one row of the sweet pepper plant, and just see what happens. Like I say, that's the only ones that have really like slowed down, and I don't understand it. Everything else has come up real nice. I mean, from what I'm looking here and everything, but just them little bit of couple just did not want to grow. But we'll get it figured out. But like I said before, we didn't get no snow, so I started walking around today and kind of coming up with some ideas for summer, and I'll just let everybody know kind of like what we have coming up for videos, or what we will be have coming up. First of all, we have like about a 40-gallon fish tank, I think it was. Ended up using it for our turtles. Sprung a little bit of a leak, but it holds water pretty much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tip it over, drain it out from the winter, from the snow and all that and everything. And I'm going to put that back where my new bird feeder area is going to be. And I'm going to take some decorative rock and I'm going to line it all around the tank. And I'm going to have it coming over, like stepping down. So it creates like a waterfall pattern, enough for the birds to get a drink and, things like that. So I'm going to show everybody how we're going to build that. And we're going to have inside the tank, in that we're going to have water plants, which we'll get as soon as they become available. And that should be kind of an interesting one. I'm kind of like actually looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the new bird feeder area. Again, we have to get some new bird feeders due to the fact that the squirrels ate through them, chewed holes in them. So they're not in great shape. I'm going to be ending up replacing some. I've seen some really nice metal ones and some really nice squirrel proof ones, as they say. So I'm going to do that for the birds, but don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't mind feeding the squirrels. I know the squirrels need, stuff too. And I'm going to find something for them that I can put some peanuts and corn and all that out, and let them have their area, and hopefully they'll leave the birds alone. Yeah, right. But we'll see what happens there. So we got that. Then we're going to end up starting in the garden. We're going to clean out the garden. I'm going to show everybody how we amend the soil, turn it over, get everything planned out, like height-wise, things like that, for all our plants, things, like the tomato cages, maybe like wiring or something for beans, peas, things like that. And then, about the dogwood. We've already had a video on that. Showed you how we clean that out for the early spring. Just got to make a natural bed around that, cut out all the grass, and clean that all out. And then we're going to put mulch in there so it doesn't have, all that growing in there and all that garbage and everything like that. And then another one I'm looking forward to is about 5 years ago, something like that. We had some planters, outdoor planters. They were styrofoam. And they're just beginning to fade. They're just beginning to look weird, funky and all that. So I'm going to be changing that over. One of the plants that we have in one of the containers is a butterfly bush. And this one, I have done nothing with this thing. I've just let it grow every year, just kept watering it in the summertime when it got real hot out and everything. But this thing Keeps coming back year after year after year. So soon as I know it's starting to wake up, come out of the hibernation stage, I'm gonna move it into a new container, so it doesn't go in shock, and we'll get that done. And then our other planter, we had perennials in there, but it just, I don't know, they just never. I mean, they grew, but they grew like 2 years or something, and then it just got real weird in that one. But so I'm just gonna toss out the whole entire thing, and I'm gonna show you how to grow succulents in that one. I'm gonna, do the soil and make it special need, for all that kind of those kind of plants, so you get proper drainage and things like that. And I'll get a couple succulents in there and show everybody how to do that. Talked about the dogwood tree, and then as an added feature for this summer, we're gonna be putting in new nightscape lighting along the side of the one bed over here. So I'm gonna bring everybody along. The wiring's already in the ground. Just we had the plastic fall apart ones from the store, and I'm gonna buy some better ones. I'm gonna buy some like metal ones that are a little bit brighter, a little bit more sturdier. And we're gonna clean out the bed. We're gonna replant some of the perennials that were in there. Some of them died, some of them have just gone crazy. So we're gonna replant them, and then we're gonna show you how we're gonna reinstall the nightscape lighting, put mulch in that. So that one too is gonna be a real nice one. And coming up through the spring here, we have our spring cleanup listing that is beginning to take shape. So we got a couple of those on deck. We're going to be doing videos on fertilizing, lawn mowing, spring cleanup, fall cleanups, flower installation, probably maybe some irrigation tips, and just general stuff like that, just to kind of give everybody an idea as to what you can do like around your house, what you can do in the garden for your flower beds, whatever it might be. So like I say, I'm really looking forward to that coming up. And that's about all. So like I say again, if you were new to the channel and you watched this till the end, please hit that subscribe button. And if you like these videos, again, please give them a thumbs up, because it helps to get the video out there and gets, the video to more people so they can see it. And until the next video, everyone, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you here next time, right here at the Walski Group. Take care, everyone. See you then.